This message is for all Annapolis residents. The Annapolis Police Department has declared a state of emergency and is asking all citizens to cease their Halloween celebrations. Lock all doors and stop handing out candy. Do not open the door to anyone even if they ask for help. Do not leave your home. Avoid calling 911 except for severe emergencies. Lines are currently receiving more calls than the network can handle. A haunted house has been illegally set up in the abandoned IKEA store building on Allentown Rd. Although the organizers of the event have not obtained the necessary permits to hold their haunted house, more than 760 people showed up to the grand opening tonight. The situation started to escalate 20 minutes after the opening when more than 270 people got trapped inside. Some people bearing laceration marks managed to get out of the building, followed by individuals dressed in IKEA store uniforms. These individuals began physically assaulting the crowd and attempting to drag individuals into the building against their will. Many of these violent individuals have managed to reach the residential streets of the surrounding area. Here is a description that may help you identify them. Adult males or females of all races, wearing a yellow and blue sweater similar to those worn by IKEA store employees. Their face is completely covered by a mask that hides any facial features. Predatory behavior. Several witnesses have observed them violently hitting passers-by and trying to drag them in the direction of the haunted house. We believe they are under the influence of a drug affecting their powers of discernment. If you observe such an individual loitering around your home, please call the special phone line set up for this purpose, 778-330-2389. Do not attempt to make contact with them. They may be armed and mentally impaired, which poses a high level of danger. More than 100 people are still trapped inside the abandoned IKEA building, and authorities are treating this as one of the largest mass kidnappings in Maryland. If you know of any relatives who may have been at the scene to participate in this haunted house, please try to contact them by phone immediately. If you are aware of any ransom demands from the criminal group, call 911 immediately so we can make immediate contact. Do not attempt to negotiate with these criminals. We would like to remind you that this is not a test or a prank. Keep your TV on. An update will be sent as soon as we have more information. This message is addressed to all residents of Annapolis. The first alert message was not taken seriously by a large part of the population. More than 26 individuals have been randomly attacked by individuals wearing IKEA employee disguises in the last 2 hours. This is not a prank or a test. Barricade yourself inside your home immediately and do not open the door to anyone. The modus operandi of these criminals is always the same. They choose their victims completely randomly. They first make verbal contact with their victims. The comments made are that the victim must return to the IKEA store to pay for the damage they caused. These statements are incoherent and have no connection to reality. Shortly after making the statements, they begin to physically assault their victims by grabbing them and taking them towards the haunted house. 12 people have been reported missing in the last 2 hours. We again ask that you do not go outside and keep all doors closed until further notice. In case of emergency, if you need to go outside, avoid wearing yellow and blue clothing. Regarding the haunted house located in the abandoned building that used to belong to the IKEA store on Allentown Rd, we are asking for the public's help in gathering as much data as possible about the interior of the site. If you have any knowledge about the layout of the rooms, the materials used, or any other useful information, please contact 911 as soon as possible. If you happen to know the organizers of this illegal haunted house, any pertinent information leading to their arrest will be rewarded. Do not attempt to approach the secure area surrounding the building. Police have been ordered to shoot anyone attempting to enter the premises. It is forbidden to take pictures of the crime scene either by drone or conventional camera. All captured drones will be submitted to the FBI to identify their owners and bring them to justice.
If you are one of the perpetrators of this kidnapping and hear this message, please call or text 911 immediately so that we can establish what your demands are. Whatever your requests are, money, release of a prisoner, political demands, etc., we can work out an agreement that will suit you as long as the safety of the hostages is maintained. We are at your disposal should you require medical assistance, food and water rationing at any time. If you decide to release your hostages and surrender immediately in a peaceful manner, we can guarantee that there will be no violence committed against you and that you will be given the most lenient punishment. The following message is addressed directly to the hostages currently trapped in the building. Please remain calm and listen carefully to the following advice to help you deal with the current situation. Follow the instructions of your captors, especially if that means turning in your cell phone, as you do not want to get caught being deceptive by keeping your cell phone. Avoid appearing to study your captors. Be patient and be an empathetic listener. Ask before going to the bathroom, eating or drinking. Stay away from doors and windows to avoid injury. Ask for clarification of captors' instructions only if it will not escalate the situation, and be tolerant of other hostages. Do not be aggressive or use threatening body language. Do not speak unnecessarily or volunteer information. Do not negotiate by making promises in exchange for release. Do not make suggestions to your captors. Never beg, plead, cry, demand or complain, and do not debate the captor's cause. In the event of a police intervention, avoid sudden movement and do not run. Drop to the floor, remain still and keep in plain view. Follow the instructions of police and keep your hands visible to them. For your own safety and for the safety of the police officers, you may be placed in handcuffs or subdued until captors have been taken into custody.